What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Shock and Not Toy Reviews. I am one of your reviewers, Wilson, joined by
Toast.
And in this episode, we are reviewing this McFarlane Toys Arkham Origins Deathstroke figure. Now, Toast, how familiar are you with these video games?
I played the later ones, but not Origins.
Not Origins. Okay, well, Origins was my least favorite, so that's why I bought a toy from the game. We'll start off, as we always do, with paint and sculpt. He's got the McFarlane detail. He's got a great head sculpt that's got all kinds of damage and cracks in the helmet. You see his little eye poking through there. Looks really good. All throughout, he's got dings and scrapes and everything. Looks really good. You can see more on the back, silvers. All kinds of cool paint. Is there enough color breakup there for you?
There really is.
Yeah.
But Deathstroke, I think, is hard to mess up in general.
I think so, too. He's basically just a soldier kind of dude. And I really like the copper tones that they used rather than a bright orange. But again, I think that matches the game a little more. I love the bullets on the side of his shoulder. A little strange thing. Actually, the brightest orange is on his headband piece here, which does not move. But a little bit of a strange thing. So this piece, his sheath for his sword, is stuck to his back, but it also has a tab to plug in.
It's not removable?
It is not removable from what I can tell. Oh, it does come out. See?
Interesting.
So that's a weird choice. And then since we're looking at this, if you can see, there's just an indentation of how the sword should go in. It's not an actual sheath.
Right.
He's got guns and everything. He's got a gun here in his holster, which does not come out. Would have been nice.
Would have been nice.
Pouches and then textures all over. Some belt stuff that wasn't painted that some people may want painted. I don't know. So overall he looks fantastic. He's exactly what you would expect to get out of a McFarlane toy, paint and sculpt wise. Any thoughts?
I mean, he looks fantastic, but
yeah.
Again, I think it's hard to screw up Deathstroke.
Movement-wise, he does all the stuff that you need him to do articulation-wise, and it's standard McFarlane articulation.
22 points.
22 points, probably. He's got butterflies in there. Luckily, these pads are connected on each side to his arm, which allows for a lot more free-range movement, and the in and out action is great. He can hold his sword with two hands. I've gotten him to do it before. And yeah, all the leg articulation is there. It's a little stiff in some areas. And then there's that crotch shot that we always got to do. So he gets all kinds of poses. Very fun. He doesn't have much of he don't really have an ab crunch at all. There's no torso area like some of the figures are split apart here, you know. So that's the only one kind of downside to him. But his head is actually really nicely articulated. And the rest of him, everything works really well. So I was glad to see that. I will mention that the sculpt on his legs is a little funky because this side of the, I don't know, foot shield, let's call it, is longer. But I think that's so you can get the posability out to the side if you need it to, and to get the ankle tilt. Because otherwise, if it was longer on this side, you wouldn't be able to get that kind of bend.
Right.
So that was well thought out. Articulation, great. We'll look at some of the things he comes with. This is where he's a little weak, which is usually the case with McFarlane figures, but we'll go into it. So he comes with his sword. His sword is very flimsy and can be bent very easily. It will warp if it's in, let's say, a backpack and he's laying against something or it gets bent. And that could be solved if this sheath was a full, complete, closed piece. Now, luckily the sword...
Or if it were hard plastic.
Slide the sword in. And it is a tight fit. It works well. I mean, it works. But the problem is then this is flimsy still. It's flimsy. But you can see how it holds in there.
And it was worse a minute ago.
It was. It straightens out better. Yeah. But I'm getting an accessory pack, and I'm going to give him a different sword. Okay. And I'm also going to give him a gun because Deathstroke needs a gun that can come out
So
of the
that's
holder.
that's the only accessory.
That's the only accessory apart from DC stand
Right.
and the little card that I throw out.
Right.
Yeah, so that's all you get. You really only need his sword, I guess, but a gun would have been nice, especially since it kind of looks like he's kind of got trigger fingers.
I mean, it's kind of standard.
Yeah.
Sword and gun.
Yeah. All right, and for size comparison, Toast, what do we have?
We've got a Marvel Legends, some flavor of Spider-Man,
I have something.
and one of the later Arkham Batmans.
Yeah, the Arkham Knight Batman. So he goes great together with them.
Yeah. I think he looks great with other McFarlane toys.
Yep. Down to the bottom line, Mr. Toast, why don't you start us off?
How much is he?
He's $20, about 20, 25 is where you're going.
Which is standard for all of the McFarlane
Correct.
7-inch. I think for that price, he's really good. I do wish all of the McFarlane toys had more accessories, but I wish that of most non-imports. So it'd be nice if he had an unmasked head. It'd be nice if he had a gun, maybe some alternate hands. But for $20, there's a lot of paint, a lot of sculpt, and he looks fantastic. He's got all the standard articulation that you'd want, and he's a recommend from me, so I'm giving him 4 hammers.
Very cool. Nice. All right, down to me. I'm just going to start off. I'm giving him a 4.5 out of 5. He has been extremely fun to play with. He's gotten a lot of play. Now, I got him and this guy and this guy on the same day after I swore off toys. And I was very excited for them because they're the Flash, and oh my God, they move like this and everything. This guy moves better than they do. His range is incredible.
That's surprising.
And with all these pieces, I never thought that would be possible, but he moves and nothing gets in the way. These guys, his plastic is a solid feel. He's got heft to him. These guys feel light as hell. But he's awesome. He's able to move. None of the pieces, like I said, get in the way. And he's just really tons of fun. I ended up having more fun with him than I did the Flashes, who I was looking forward to. So he's definitely a must-buy. My only complaint is, at the very least, I want to give him a gun. And he'll get a gun, and then it'll be perfect. So highly recommended. Even if you're not a fan of the comics, but if you're a fan of the character, this is a good Deathstroke to get. Personally, this Deathstroke has stopped me from wanting the Amazing Yamaguchi one, which I think this is your next best alternative, cheaper alternative.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, that's it. Get them. Go get them.
Yep.
We both highly recommend them. So thanks for watching this episode of Shocking Hot Toy Reviews. Give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Let us know what you think. Any ideas and everything. And all the social media stuff is in the show notes and description. And until next time.